We're going to talk about the last product. I haven't touched on this much on the forum or the group page. This is a product that Patrick Roach introduced more than 2 decades ago. It's called Tuff Curb. What Tuff Curb is, it's a blended polymer. To explain what polymers are, in a nutshell, basically it's like a glue. Polymers can be put in epoxies, they can be put in resins and all sorts of things like that. Now when epoxies are used in the concrete world, they make things stick. A good example of a polymer, if you have seen any concrete companies that are going to take old concrete and they're going to do an overlay. Basically take an old ugly piece of concrete and they're going to make it stamped. What they can do is they can put that color hardener or cement material over the top of that existing concrete and make it look brand new. The only way to get that to stick is to use a bonding agent. A bonding agent is a polymer. So if you've ever seen videos, they'll clean the concrete, they'll grind it, they'll make sure it's all well prepped, and then they'll take a liquid, usually is white, and they'll roll it on that existing concrete. They let it sit for however long they're supposed to and so on, and then they go ahead and put the cement material over the top. It could be color hardeners, it could be other materials that they're using for whatever product they're putting down. That will make it stick to the existing concrete. If you ever tried to get that off, you'd have to use a jackhammer or a chisel to get it off that existing concrete. It's a bonding agent. So polymers are used in many materials to make them stronger. Tuff Curb is a blended polymer that Patrick came up with, him and his guys. It actually came out of Australia, and they perfected it down in Phoenix. It's a blend of a couple different things that they've been using for years. All you have to do with this is going to replace your little bit of fiberglass that you put in there. And if you really think on a mix that you're mixing, that you're getting 15, 16, 17 feet of concrete with, and you're putting a pinch of fiber in there, in reality, how much do you think that's going to do for your strength? That little pinch of fiberglass. It doesn't do anything. It's more of a peace of mind for you, or if the customer's watching and you're throwing a little bit of fiberglass in there, they say, "Oh, look at those guys are putting fiberglass in there." In all reality, it's not doing a lot because there's not enough in there. Second of all, it doesn't do anything for compression or tensile strength. It's more to keep things together from flaking and so on and so forth. If you put too much in there, you all know that it starts to come out of the surface and you have hairs on your surface, so you can't put too much in there. Mm-hmm. What you're doing with this, you take a 2 to 3 ounce scoop, and this is a powder, a 2 to 3 ounce scoop, and you put it in your mix. Now that's going to get mixed in with your concrete and totally mixed in just like your gravy. It's one of those things where if you're using it in conjunction with the other products, your gravy or your plasticizers, first thing you're doing with the gravy is you're reducing the amount of water, making the concrete more dense. It's going to make it stronger. Now you're adding 2 to 3 ounces of this into your mix, which is going to give you actual PSI strength, a minimum of 500 PSI strength. That all varies depending on types of sand you're using, what your mixing ratio is, and there's all sorts of variables. This comes in a 10-pound pail, just like the gravy. It is $75. 2 to 3 ounce scoop, depending on how much you want to put in, is going to be less than 5 cents a mix, and this will get you 60 to 70 mixes.